Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Please come, join us.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram Ram. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram Hare Ram Ram. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram Ram, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Linus, I was thinking 200.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, oh Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna Krishna. Turn around. Rama Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama. Jai Prabhu. Jaya Jagannatha, Jaya Jagannatha, Jaya Bala, Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada. Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada.
Hare
Haribo, let I go, Haribo, 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 let I go, Haribo. Let I go, Haribo, Haribo, let I go, Haribo, Haribo. Let I go, Haribo, Haribo, Haribo. Let I go, Haribo, Haribo, let I go, Haribo, 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 let I go, Haribo, Haribo. Jai! Jai! Hare Krishna! Hare Krishna! Hare Krishna! Krishna Krishna! Krishna Krishna! Hare Hare! Hare Hare! Hare Rama! Hare Rama! Rama Rama! Hare Hare! So, welcome to ISKCON Columbus Sunday Feast. The program today, we just have bhajans from 11 to 11:30. And I don't think His Holiness Mahavishnu Maharaj needs an introduction, but I'd like to give one just to inform you guys. His Holiness
Another guy. Not a cow. Guy means cow.
So, His Holiness Mahavishnu Maharaj appeared in the world on 10th February 1945 in Birmingham.
My big mistake.
He joined ISKCON in 1971 and became a full-time temple devotee. And he became a disciple of His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada. And he was on a quest to spread ancient Krishna conscious teachings to the West, as well as to reestablish faith in the ancient Vedas. And in 1976, he first visited India and traveled extensively throughout India with the BBG Library Party. In 1977, Maharaj became involved in various projects throughout Nepal and India. And he has traveled to various countries, Bengal, Bangladesh, Nepal, and including he has raised funds to build temples in the famous Rup Sanatan Temple in Jessore, Swami Pad in Dhaka, and Shri Shri Radha Govinda Hari Temple in Kathmandu, Nepal.
And in
And
1990, go to Africa.
1990 going to Africa.
Yeah.
1990 he's gone to Africa, and now he travels all over the world, spreading Harinam, and he spread the holy name all the way from Brazzaville, Congo, to the Americas, to South America, to Asia, East Asia, Southeast.
With Vishnu Jan.
With
the
Vishnu
leader of the
Jan.
Harinam Ruchi party.
Yes, we'd like to welcome Harinam Ruchi, the Harinam Ruchi party, Haribol. We have His Grace Vishnu Jan Prabhu, His Grace Jivananda Prabhu, and Vedran Prabhu. And we'd also like to invite His Holiness Kavichanda Swami Maharaj. Kavichanda Maharaj joined the Hare Krishna movement in 1967 and was initiated by Srila Prabhupada in 1971. He joined the temple in Tucson, Arizona, and now he's serving as the governing body commissioner, which is the highest level of management in ISKCON, for Japan and many other countries like that. And we'd also like to invite His Grace Navina Nirda Prabhu, who is also traveling. Haribol. So we're very excited. So the schedule is till 12:30 or so. Maharaj will give the lecture, and then we'll have Arti Kirtan, and then after that we will have Shravan. So if everybody can just scoot forward, because we're expecting a lot more people, and everybody can do some sliding yoga. Forward as much as possible. If you see a seat, please sit there.
Thank you very much. Hare Prabhu. Hare Krishna. Welcome everybody. Hare Krishna. You missed the kirtan. You were rushing out before you went in the kitchen. We were dancing all over. Snake dance. This dance, that dance. You all missed it. We come to the boring part now. So actually, we sing a song also, Jai Radha Madhava. Jai Radha is a very nice song. Anyone new here today? Any new bugs? Yay! Where did you meet us?
Maharaj, I am coming from India and visiting from Bilaspur, Chhattisgarh.
You're not new. We were in Harinam in Dublin yesterday.
Ireland.
We went all over Dublin and people are really appreciating. We give out lots of leaflets. We're going to come to the festival of India, right? Is it a festival?
Yeah.
When is that?
June 25th.
June 25th. So they didn't come here, so they keep out giving out leaflets. When they see us dancing and singing, maybe they want to come and dance and sing too. It's contagious. Krishna is the most dangerous, contagious disease. Yeah. Because people want to be happy, you know. They're looking for happiness, but most people get frustrated after a while. Because, you know, we have to come down, you know. Take alcohol, we have to pay for it. You get a hangover in the morning. And drugs, also same, everything's same. Looking for something new and happy and fresh and free. That's Hare Krishna. That's what we're all looking for, actually. So this is a nice song, Jai Radha Madhava. This is Radha Madhava, they're a loving couple, eternal spiritual loving couple. They're enjoying happiness unlimitedly. Jai Radha Madhava. In the forest, there's a landscape, there's people there. There's the real forest, which is permanent. The forest we see here, you know, something's going to happen, they're going to cut it down. Trees will get old. So, you know, nothing's permanent here, but there is a permanent world. Bhagavad Gita says, Parastasmat Bhavonyo, Vyakto Vyaktat Sanatana. That's what we want that place. where we can always be happy. Always have relationships which will go on forever. Jai Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari, and Radha Madhava is there. Radha and Krishna, you see here. Radha Natabara. Natabara, what does Natabara mean?
Best of the dancers.
Panditji?
Best of the dancers.
Best of the dancers, Krishna's dancing. Wow. I read in the Krishna book that when Krishna went to school, what was the first lesson he learned? What was the first lesson that God learned at school? G-O-D.
Dancing. Dancing.
No. Wrong.
Taking care of the cats.
No. You don't read the Krishna book? It's there for everyone to know about Krishna. First thing he learned in Gurukul, when he was a young student, Brahmachari, Vipara. First thing he learned, how to sing. Yes. You know, even when I went to nursery school, we learned how to sing, huh? All things bright and beautiful, all creatures bright and small, all things wise and wonderful, the good Lord made them all. You know that song? That was a good, nice song. It's Krishna conscious. Anyway, Krishna learned how to sing. So, not just dance, but sing and dance, Natabara. Radha Natabara. So then, Jai Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari. That means he's always wandering in the forest with Radharani, his girlfriend, and Gopi Janabala, many other girlfriends. Gopi Janabala. And they all in love with Radha and Krishna. They're trying to help Radha and Krishna. Because they love Radha and they love Krishna, and they know that Radharani is the favorite of Krishna. So they're trying to help. Gopi Janabala. So everyone loves Krishna in different ways. Gopi Janabala. Giri Bharadhari. Now you all know this story. It's boring for you. A nice picture on the wall here. Giri Bharadhari. Krishna's lifting a huge mountain. Oh, come on. You know, ordinary American will think we're potty. I mean, we're nuts. We think God can be a little boy and lift a huge mountain. It's 13 miles long. Has anyone been to Govardhan? Govardhan Hill? Oh, wonderful. By the time I get around Govardhan, I just feel like taking a rickshaw. I can't manage it, you know. Getting old now. I feel like, you know, taking a bicycle instead. Yeah. It's a long way and it's very hot. You might get attacked by monkeys on the way. And, so but Krishna lifted this whole hill when there was torrential rain, the big floods. All the inhabitants of Vrindavan were searching. What can we do? Where are our cows? Everything's getting flooded. So they ran to Krishna. Save us, save us. Krishna lifted the hill. The picture is here, beautiful picture. Giri Bharadhari, Yashodanandana. So, you know, we must be crazy. We say God is the origin of everything. That's the axiomatic. You know, Janmada Yasa Yataha. From whom everything emanates, creation, reigns, and destruction. And then we say, Yashodanandana. Prajana, Krishna is the son of Mother Yashoda. It doesn't make sense. God is the origin of everything. And yet he has a mother and father. I mean, you Hindus, you must be mad. Don't you ever have people asking you things like that? Yeah, you do, yeah. You've got to explain to them, you know. Very difficult to explain. But Janmakama Shamedevyam Evam Yovati Tattva. One who knows the actual truth about Krishna's appearance and activities, he can be free from this birth, death, old age and disease. This is Bhagavad Gita. Okay, where are we now? Jai Radha Madhava.
Kunja Vihari.
No, just repeat. Jai Radha Madhava.
Jai Radha Madhava.
Kunja Vihari.
Kunja Vihari.
Gopijana Vallabha.
Gopijana Vallabha.
Girivardhari.
Girivardhari.
Yashodanandana.
Yashodanandana.
Braja Jana Ranjana.
Raja Jana Ranjana.
That means he's going around Braj, which is the place of his pastimes, when he actually moved there. Born, he was born in Mathura, then he went to Gokula, and then they had to move out because of Kamsa's atrocities. So they moved to Braj. Oh, I got it wrong. But anyway, Rajajana Ranjana, always having a good time with the cowherd boys and the cows. Yamunatira.
Yamunatira.
You got the rivers here, it's called Yamuna, no? I heard.
Sayoro.
Come on. Rather not about it. And how you can call the river? So Yamuna. I hereby name the river Yamuna.
Yamuna.
Yamuna my king.
Jai.
Okay, let's go for a bath. Yeah?
Wait, what about the Olentangy?
Put your wetsuit on.
There's two rivers.
Huh?
What about the Olentangy River?
There's two rivers here.
Yes.
Wow.
Ganga.
What's the other one called?
Olentangy.
Maybe this is Prayag then. This is Ganga, and this is Yamuna. So we have Triveni here. It's Triveni. Okay, this is a song, Yamuna Tira Vanachaya, Krishna's wandering around. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari. Gopijana Vallabha Girivardhari. Gopijana Vallabha
Yashodanandana.
ISKCON founder, Bhagavad Prabhupada ki. Which is one amongst Bhagavad Srila Prabhupada ki. Ananta Koti Vaishnava ki. Namaskar Hare Sagar ki. Mexico Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda. Shri Advaita Gadadhar Saraswati Prabhupada ki. Hare Krishna Gopinath Swami Prabhupada ki. Hare Vrindavan ki. Hare Mahaprabhu ki. Hare Pradam ki. ISKCON Kalambastam ki.
Jai.
Namai Gangamai ki. Namai Tulsi Devi ki. Bhakti Devi ki. Sri Harinam Sankirtan ki. Jai. Jai ki. Jai. Bhakti Krishna ki. Jai. Prasada Krishna ki. Jai. Protection ki. Jai. Go Premanande. All Christ and devotees. All Christ and devotees. Christ devotees. Sri Guru Sri Gauranga. Srila Prabhupada. Thank you very much. Thank you. Well done, Yavad. So, I'll say a verse from Bhagavad Gita. A very nice verse. Keep the mood up. Why are we dancing and singing? Why, what is this happiness we're feeling today? So it's all in Bhagavad Gita, actually. Believe it or not, Bhagavad Gita is not just some old dry, palm leaf. It's there in Bhagavad Gita. So let's see what the Bhagavad Gita has to say. Let's see what the Bhagavad Gita has to say. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
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 Chapter 10, text 9. They say this is one of the seed verses of Bhagavad Gita. So it's a very important verse. Machita Madgata Prana.
Machita Madgata Prana.
Bodhayanta Paraspara.
Bodhayanta Paraspara.
Bodhayanta Sumam Nityam.
Bodhayanta Sumam Nityam.
Krishyanti Charamanti Cha.
Krishyanti Charamanti Cha.
I think you all know this. Sant Panditji.
Machita Madgata Prana.
Machita Madgata Prana.
Bodhayanta Parasparam.
Bodhayanta Parasparam.
Bodhayanta Shamam Nityam.
Kathayanta Shamam Nityam.
Dushyanti Charamanti Cha.
Krishyanti Charamanti Cha.
Prabhuji.
Do you know?
Machita
Machita
Madgata Prana.
Magita Prana Bodhavayantaha Parasparam Katayantaschamam Nityam Tushyanti Charamanti Cha.
Okay. So this is very nice. So we don't have so much time. Well, we do have the other way of time. Let's do word for word. Machita.
Machita.
Their minds fully engaged in me.
Their minds fully engaged in me.
Madgata Prana.
Madgata Prana.
Their lives devoted to me.
Their lives devoted to me.
With a capital M. It means Krishna speaking, so he's talking about himself when he says me, it means me. Not me, not Mahavishnu. Krishna speaking, he's saying me. Bodhayanta.
Bodhayanta.
Preaching. Parasparam.
Parasparam.
Among themselves.
Among themselves.
Katayanta.
Katayanta.
Talking.
Talking.
Cha. Also. Mam. About me.
About me.
With a capital M. Nityam. Perpetually.
Perpetually.
Tushyanti.
Tushyanti.
Become pleased.
Become pleased.
Cha.
Cha.
Also.
Also.
Ramanti.
Ramanti.
Enjoy transcendental bliss.
Enjoy transcendental bliss.
Cha.
Cha.
Also.
Also.
Translation purport by ISKCON founder, His Divine Grace Avai Chanaravinda Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki.
Jai.
The thoughts of my pure devotee dwell in me. Their lives are fully devoted to me. Their lives are fully devoted to my service. And they derive great satisfaction and bliss from always enlightening one another and conversing about me. So please repeat. The thoughts of my pure devotees
The thoughts of my pure devotees
dwell in me.
dwell in me.
Their lives are fully devoted to my service.
Their lives are fully devoted to my service.
And they derive great satisfaction and bliss from always enlightening one another and conversing about me.
And conversing about me.
Purport. Pure devotees whose characteristics are mentioned here engage themselves fully in the transcendental from the lotus feet of Krishna. Their talks are solely on the transcendental subjects. The symptoms of the pure devotees are described in this verse specifically. Devotees of the Supreme Lord are 24 hours daily engaged in glorifying the qualities and pastimes of the Supreme Lord. Their hearts and souls are constantly submerged in Krishna, and they take pleasure in discussing Him with other devotees. In the preliminary stage of devotional service, they relish the transcendental pleasure from the service itself. And in the mature stage, they're actually situated in love of God. Once situated in that transcendental position, they can relish the highest perfection which is exhibited by the Lord in His abode. Lord Chaitanya likens transcendental devotional service to the sowing of a seed in the heart of the living entity. There are innumerable living entities traveling throughout the different planets of the universe, and out of them there are a few who are fortunate enough to meet a pure devotee and get the chance to understand devotional service. This devotional service is just like a seed, and if it is sown in the heart of a living entity, and if he goes on hearing and chanting Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
that seed fructifies, just as the seed of a tree fructifies with regular what?
Water.
Watering, yes, right. The spiritual plant of devotional service gradually grows and grows, yes, until it penetrates the covering of the material universe and enters into the Brahma Jyoti effulgence in the spiritual sky. Wow. In the spiritual sky also, that plant grows more and more until it reaches the highest planet, which is called
Golok Vrindavan.
wow, good. The supreme planet of Krishna. Ultimately, the plant takes shelter under the lotus feet of Krishna and rests there. Gradually, as a plant grows fruits and flowers, that plant of devotional service also produces fruits, and the watering process in the form of chanting and hearing goes on. This plant of devotional service is fully described in the Chaitanya Charitamrita Madhya chapter 19. It is explained there that when the complete plant takes shelter under the lotus feet of the Supreme Lord, one becomes fully absorbed in love of God. Then he cannot live even for a moment without being in contact with the Supreme Lord. Just as a fish cannot live without
Water.
In such a state, the devotee actually attains the transcendental qualities in contact with the Supreme Lord. The Srimad Bhagavatam is also full of such narrations about the relationship between the Supreme Lord and his devotees. Therefore, the Srimad Bhagavatam is very dear to the devotees, as stated in the Bhagavatam itself. Srimad Bhagavatam Puranam Amalam Yat Vaishnavanam Priyam. In this narration, there is nothing about material activities, economic development, sense gratification, or liberation. Srimad Bhagavatam is the only narration in which the transcendental nature of the Supreme Lord and his devotees is fully described. Thus, the realized souls in Krishna consciousness take continual pleasure in hearing such transcendental literatures, just as a young boy and girl take pleasure in association. Srila Prabhupada ki
Jai.
Ojanati Randasya Jananjana Salakaya Tashuramekalabayana Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Shri Chaitanya Mahavishnu Satyamena Bhutale Swayambhuvagamaya Jati Swamanatiyam Vandeyam Shri Guru Shri Yatapadakamana Shri Guru Vaishnavasya Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sagrada Raghunatam Vitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Sadhutam Parijana Saitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padam Sagana Lalita Shri Vishakam Vitamsa Hare Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandhu Jagapate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namaste Tapta Kanchana Gauramye Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrindavaneshwari Pranamami Haripriye Panchakalpa Tarubhyascha Kripasindhu Vacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhaktavrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. The merciful Guru, a blind man, can see the stars, a lame man can climb mountains, and a dumb man can speak poetry. So yes, so much to say here. But Prabhupada put it very simply. He said that because just like this finger is part of this body, it must function in relationship to the whole. When there's an itch, a scratch. When there's, pick up the gulab jamun, you wave to a friend, the hand does all the job for you. Because it's part of the whole. Similarly, all the other senses are also part of the whole body. But if the hand somewhere or other, or the finger, something wrong with it, it becomes septic finger. Who's had a septic finger? Yeah, horrible, no? It swells up, feels hot. You have to take antibiotics or, some other treatment. Because, if you lose that finger, then that's unnatural, it's unhealthy. It may spread to the whole body. You have to deal with it. Even you may have to amputate the finger. Right? So unfortunately, Krishna Boli says Eve, Anadya Bahimukh. The time of my samsara, we're forgetting Krishna. Forgetting Krishna. Just like at night, when you fall asleep. And where do you go? You're on the chariot of the mind, Manora Tegnasi, Dashatovai. You're floating here and there on the mind. Sometimes you're in America, sometimes you're a different body, male body, female body, flying in the sky. What was your latest dream? What was your latest dream? Share with us. You have any dreams?
Yes, I do, but
But when you wake up, you forget them. This is the problem, you see. When you're dreaming, you forget that you're Mr. Who's what's an all-American name? All-American name. In England, we say Fred Bloggs. British name, Fred. Anyway, an Indian name, Gopal Agarwal. Agarwal's here. Gopal Subramaniam. You forget your identity, you forget your wife, you forget your children, forget your job, because you're dreaming. And then when you wake up, you forget the dream. So then you think, oh, I'm Mrs. Gopal Subramanian, I'm, Gauranga Tirupati, whatever it is. And you forget your dream. So what is real? This is the question. Who am I really? This is the mission of human life. All other species of life, trees, birds, fishes, insects, they cannot ask this question. It's just not equipped. They're too busy eating, sleeping, mating and defending like animals and fishes and birds. We forget, we're completely dehatma. We think I am this body. I am a fish, I am a bird, I am a tree, I'm an insect. That's me. Yeah? You can't speak, because you don't, I've seen in Columbus, there are not many dogs and cats. Usually when we go to other countries, there must be a dog in the house. Even devotees and cats and so on. But you can see if you have a pet dog or a cat or a fish, they're not much interested. They're not interested at all. In inquiring about the absolute truth, the human form of life is meant for them. That's the whole idea. So, then who are we? If we're not the night dream and we're not the daydream, then what is the real? What is the reality? Who am I? So that is this chanting Hare Krishna. Kachayantascha mamricha, Krishyanti charamanticha. They derive great satisfaction and bliss, enlightening one another and conversing about me. Because Krishna is the wake-up. Is our original relationship. It's like the finger has a relationship with the whole body. So Krishna is the complete whole. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudapashite Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. The personality of God is perfect and complete. Because He's completely perfect, all emanations from Him, such as material, perfectly equipped as complete wholes. And all forms of incompleteness are experienced because of incomplete knowledge of the complete. Because we don't know about Krishna, therefore we're incomplete. The finger has forgotten where to put the food. Maybe it's putting in the ear, putting the gulab up the nose. You ever tried that?
Which one?
Put the gulab up your nose? Or in your eye? It just doesn't work, you know. It just doesn't work. It has to go in the mouth. You know all this already, I don't know. I'm preaching to the converted. But it's simple enough, our philosophy. We're parts and parcels of God, therefore we should serve Him. Which is Lord Chaitanya's teachings. Jivara Swarupahai, Krishna Das, Krishna Tatasta Shakti, Veda Veda Praka. We're simultaneously one and different from Krishna. So this chanting Hare Krishna helps us realize this, it's purifying us. Now we think I'm, part and parcel of America. Now I think I'm part and parcel of India. I was born in England, I think I'm part and parcel of England. Or such and such, Riddyhoff family. My family is called Riddyhoff. I think I'm part and parcel of Riddyhoff family. There's so many designations. But this chanting Hare Krishna, Chief Jago, wakes up. So, cleanses the heart. So we begin to understand, no, I'm not this body after all. I'm something different. It's my body, my nose, my eyes, my ears, my mind, but who am I? Yeah. I've been asked to tell me what pervades the entire body is consciousness. Nobody can destroy the imperishable soul. Nobody can destroy me. I've changed my body so many times, but I'm still me. Am I right or wrong? Am I right? Yeah. We keep changing our body. Childhood to youth. Where's my hat? Let's have some light entertainment here. Bring my hat over, please.
Yeah.
I have to invent a hat which comes when I call it. It's possible with these drones, I'm having a drone fitted on my hat. So. Yeah, just call it over. Okay, let's see what happens. So here we are. Changing bodies. Here's the
Music play mode.
What's going to be the music?
The radio mode.
Oh no. So funny. It has to warm up, that's the problem. But the idea is that we try to tell people the simple truth. It's the beginning of Bhagavad Gita. People don't even know they're not this body. Try and understand. So this Harinam we were doing in Dublin yesterday was really amazing. And the best Harinams in America this year. Really. It was fantastic. And, because we went in this big hall, about 100 yards long. There were many small franchises selling this and that and this and that. And many people sitting around with their families. And they'd never seen Hare Krishna before. Virgin territory. And they didn't know what had hit them. And before they knew where they were dancing and singing. And Katha and Tastamani, they were actually singing about Krishna. And the seeds were being planted. You see? Krishna consciousness is like the planting a seed in the heart. It's already there, love of Krishna. But there's a seed of awakening, sprouting the seed of love of God. You see, and you could see it in people's faces, especially the kids. The kids, they started to follow us. 5 or 6, 10 or 12 of them. The parents didn't know what was going on. And they were getting to scream into the mic. It was really amazing, I was thinking any time that the management would throw us out. But they didn't. It was amazing. If we went today, I think they would. We don't want to push our luck, Maybe next year. Once a year they can say. But, it was really nice. So, we were planting many seeds. And of course that seed can never be extinguished. Nea vikramanasusti prachavayana vijate. That means even a little bit of devotional service can never be destroyed and can save us from the greatest danger. What's the greatest danger? You know what the greatest danger is?
Forgetting Krishna.
Not the right answer. Huh?
Taking birth as a lower form of life.
Yeah, and you end up with a dog or a cat or a microbe. Yeah. How long have we got now? Till? 12:30. I was reading an article, I don't want to worry you, National Geographic magazine. They did it in full a few years ago, but there was an article recently. They were trying to break the news to human society that all over our body there are things called skin mites. And even if you take bath in hot water, using Medimex soap for half an hour, they live in your skin pores. Thousands of them. There's at least 20,000 on your body right now. And they don't do any harm. That's their home. They chewing a little bit of skin occasionally. I won't tell you more details, but they look pretty horrible. But that's their home, But, so Krishna consciousness even benefit them. I was thinking, we chanting Hare Krishna, taking prasada, there's these skin mites, They may have got a human body in the next life. Yeah. So Srila Prabhupada is the same pure devotee we're hearing about. Nachidama Gita Prana, Bodhayantas Paraspara, Katayantas Mamnichan, Krishyanti Charamanti. He was always absorbed in Krishna consciousness, or else how could he do what he did? It's a miracle, you think about it. What Prabhupada did. There were so many groups, so many temples. In old age, started a society, so many disciples. Because completely pure devotee. But in the beginning stage, Prabhupada says, that's us. We're absorbed in the service itself. Like I go all over the world, I play my accordion, that's all I can do in my old age. Not much good at anything else. And so everyone has some service to do for Krishna. Some of us is cooking, some of us is cleaning, some of us is doing fundraising. Now you have a big project, Radhanathabara, beautiful temple out in the village outside the Columbus. It'll be a place of pilgrimage. People will be coming from miles around to see the beautiful land and the trees and the birds, and you'll make lakes, and you'll have cows, and you'll have a farm, you'll have 40, 50 acres. It'll be amazing. Amazing place. And so much service. In this way we become unified, So Vasudeva Bhagavati Bhakti Yoga Bhayojita Janayat Yasubharagyam Jnanam Chayat Hoitam. Vasudeva Bhagavati Bhakti Yoga. When we do devotional service to Krishna, automatically we acquire causeless knowledge, detachment from the world. This is Srimad Bhagavatam. And Srimvatam Svakata Krishna, Punya Shavana Kirta, Virjan Testavaya Padani, Vidanoti Surisatam. But by hearing about Krishna, glories of Krishna, talking about Krishna, Krishna's in our heart. He's our best friend. So he's cleaning our heart, and so that we can come closer and closer to him. So this is a very nice project. And what are you going to call the project? You have a special name for it?
Hare Krishna land.
Hare Krishna land. Hey, we have that in Nepal also. You can't crib our name. It's not fair. I'm going to the BBC right now.
And Jayaprakash Maharaj said, he said Columbus should be called as Koladvip, but Koladvip.
New Koladweep.
New Koladweep.
He said it, but it never happened after that.
Koladweep. Wow, that's a boar incarnation. Yeah, boar incarnation. Kola. Kola means boar, no? Koladweep. Yeah, that's Koladweep, beautiful place. By the Ganga. Thank you very much. Let's end now. We'll have a few questions. 7 minutes for questions. Sri Harinam Sankirtan Ki. Jai. Srila Prabhupada Ki. Jai. Sunday feast, dancing, chanting and feasting Ki. Jai. So any questions, please? Hello?
Hare Krishna, thank you so much, Maharaj, for your class and for all you've been doing this weekend. So how did you decide that you were going to do this practice of 3 hours every day of Harinam Sankirtan? Or was this told to you by Prabhupada himself?
The question is, how did I decide to do this practice of 3 hours Harinam Sankirtan per day? Well, actually, as soon as I got the holy name, I went on the street. I don't know why, I just wanted to tell people about it. I thought it's so nice, I should share it with others. So then I joined the temple and we went straight out on Harinam from 71 onwards. I just thought this is the best place to be when that's where I feel at home. I feel at home where I feel I'm part and parcel of Krishna. And you're chanting the holy name. I'm not part of this rat race, of the material world. I'm not a karmi working for fruity results. I'm a servant of Krishna. So it's a mercy of my first, I can say my mother. She was very interested. She wanted me to love Jesus and Jesus' father. So that was her mercy. Maybe she planted the seed, and then maybe the Hare Krishna Beatles Apple record was coming around when I was a hippie. George Harrison. But then one devotee came from the temple in London, and he really planted the seed. He made me chant Hare Krishna. So that's how I really started. But some devotees, they do 6 hours, 9 hours. And some devotees go on book distribution 12 hours a day. They can't stop. Because they love this taste. Because everyone's a devotee, they love the taste of giving Krishna to others. And they love to see people take Prabhupada's books and chant the holy names. They love planting seeds. Planting seeds is so nice. And when we do Harinam, people have already maybe got books, but then they hear the holy name again, and then that seed sprouts. Or, if they haven't got books already, the seed is planted with the holy name, and then they take the book, and then all this goes, then they get prasadam. You're going to have this nice festival, 25th, what's it called, this festival? Bhumi Puja. Oh, I wish we were coming there. But I think we'll be somewhere else. Where will it be, Vishnu John? 25th? Huh?
Europe.
We'll be in Europe. Oh no. We wish you well. So it's eternal. I suppose it's continued from previous life. Rupa Goswami says that his devotional service is continued from previous life. But even if it isn't, it can be cultivated from this life. So next question, please.
Thank you.
2 minutes.
So your mother wanted you to love Jesus, so how did she accept when you became Hare Krishna?
My mother wanted me to love Jesus, so how did she accept when I became a Hare Krishna? She said, I really liked your long hair. What happened to your long hair? When I had long hair, I was a hippie. She was always complaining, why you got this long hair? And I came Hare Krishna and said, what happened to your long hair? No, but Krishna consciousness is Sanatana Dharma, it's the eternal religion of the soul. Whether it's Christian, Muslim, or Hindu, we should judge by the fruits. After a while, I become stifled in Christianity. It couldn't go any further. How could I love God if we didn't know who God was? No form, no name, no personality, no activities. How can I love some blank thing up there? Well, how can you love a blank thing? Blank piece of paper. So when Prabhupada came and gave us Krishna Bhagavad Gita as it is, then we understand that the father of Jesus is none other than Lord Sri Krishna, Bhagavan Sri Krishna, speaker of Bhagavad Gita, described in Srimad Bhagavatam. So this is a great discovery for the whole world. Your Lord Jesus has done he's done great service. Muhammad has done great service. He's got people to realize that there is God, there is one God. Now, Prabhupada has come to say, here it is. This is that God. Name, form, qualities, pastime, everything. It's all in Prabhupada's books. Everyone should read Prabhupada's books, take them home, teach their children. Chant Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna. Hare Hare. Hare Ram. Hare Ram. Hare Hare. Thank you very much. Srila Prabhupada ki.
Hare Krishna devotees. Now we'll all stand up. We'll have a kirtan. And Arati together. But you can put the mats aside, please.
What should we say? Who's the youngest here? You must be younger than this. How old are you?
Five.
That's your buddy.
Fine.
Go what younger. What are your parents?
Let's sing. There's not tapara.
Camera.
I could have one side here. Yasumati Nandana Vajabaranagara Gokula Nandana Kana Gokula Nandana Kana
Hari Hari Bol.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna. Hare Hare. Hare Rama. Hare Rama. Rama Rama. Hare Hare. Thank you all. Thank you for coming for the ISKCON Columbus Sunday feast. We are happy and we are very lucky to have the association of His Holiness Mahavishnu Swami Maharaj, His Holiness Kavichandra Maharaj, and Navina Nirada Prabhu, His Grace. Thank you so much. And from yesterday, as all of you must be knowing, we are having the nectar is flowing, right? Transcendental nectar is flowing. We had a very successful Harinam yesterday, and we will continue today in downtown, right?
Yeah.
In downtown Columbus, we will be having another Harinam. We are so happy that Maharaj was able to come and spare a few minutes for some time for us. And today I wanted to also.
What time is Harinam?
Huh?
What time is
What time is the Harinam, Hari?
Right after the Sunday feast.
Right.
And we're going to leave by 2 p.m.
So by 2 p.m. we are planning to leave, and we will have Harinam. We should be back by 4 or 5.
The police minister.
The police. So yeah, that's what we were this thing. And today's Sunday feast was cooked by Navin Krishna Prabhu. And,